All right, you knuckleheads. Ah. All right, we are back. And I've got something to do for you guys that I promised to do like 10 days ago, but I'm extremely lazy and didn't do it. So, we got this guy. We're going to unbox it. I already did it because I'm an impatient bitch and I've already played through the game, but I want to take you guys down this journey too and show you guys what's in this box. So, let's get into it. As a lot of you guys know, I'm a big Metal Gear fan, and I had to get this, and I almost didn't get this. When I originally was seeking this collector's edition out, it was completely out of stock, like everywhere. So I was just going to end up getting the base game and just playing through it and probably posting some pictures of that stuff on Instagram or whatever. Well, my wife got her hands on this thing, and it's pretty cool. So I'm excited to show you guys what's in it. But first, we're going to look at the artwork on this thing. All around the box has just this really sick artwork. And I really love this thing like a whole lot. And usually I throw boxes away. I'm like real bad about not keeping boxes and like hurling them across the house and storage buildings and so on. And I didn't want to do that to this one because I actually like this a whole hell of a lot. But we are going to start. Pull this whole thing out. That way we can kind of take a journey. A lot of this stuff is still wrapped. I have not unwrapped any of this stuff, and I really don't intend to. But as you can see, you'll get your standard, if you focus. Dog hair. You'll get your standard, which is really dusty. I just realized that. Jesus Christ. All right. You'll get your standard cover for the game. But what I am the most excited for out of this entire thing, and I know it sounds funny because there's like some extra cool stuff in here, and this thing is still wrapped, is the Steelbook. The Steelbook is just super sick to me. Hopefully I can get some good little footage of that. But I really enjoy this a lot because I have the original game right here. And the comparisons of the two, just super sick, man. I love the artist that did all the artwork for Metal Gear, and I really just have a fine passion for the artwork that they did. So the Steelbook for me is my favorite part of this entire box set. That I just really love and enjoy it. Now, chill out. The next little thing comes with the lanyard and all that stuff. You know, a little generic little lanyard, dude. But is the ID that Snake has to use to get into, it's not the Groznygrad area. I forget, it was the same, it's one of the facilities you got to go through, but you disguise yourself as a scientist there. Don't mind my fingers, they're all jacked up from work. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And if you're a college student and all that stuff, you know, you could probably put your college ID and, you know, have a little something neat to tote around with yourself. Really dig that. And then we got some really cool patches here. And these are iron-on patches. They're nothing Velcro about any of this stuff, but it's real cool. You have the Konami Digital Entertainment world's first Halo jump, 1964, which is really cool. Let that focus in. That's a really cool patch. And this one's a vinyl rubber kind of situation. And then we got like an OG fabric patch, which I really love, of the original Foxhound logo. So that's super, super, super sick. I really like that a lot. And this was actually an idea I wanted to get tattooed on me. But, you know, that never happened. I got a bunch of other garbage tattoos, but that's another story for another day. But yeah, that's the extent of that stuff. And what else was there? There wasn't much else there. That was that. But I do have one more thing that I'm going to go get. I'm going to do a rough cut to it because it's probably going to take me a second to dig it out and hopefully not screw it up. But I'll be right back. I don't want anything to get knocked over. But this is the big collage figure dude situation. The comes with it. You actually have to assemble this, and my wife took great joy in assembling this thing. and it's just really cool. It's got real nice greenery in it. Feels the textures of it are real nice. You hang the backpack on the tree as he radios in, all that stuff, and the sides you can actually peel these sides off. But we decided to keep them on there to kind of, I guess, make it, give it a little contrast, I guess would be the word, instead of just making it completely see through. And as time goes on, I may do like a little LED light situation. But and just a heads up too, the snake is not fixed in this thing, so he will fall. But I wanted to show you guys something else that I think is absolutely hilarious. I have this whole thing about figures and busts and all that stuff and like the quality of them. And I see a lot of images going around of everybody's snake figures, so I kind of figured I'd give you an up close look of what he actually looks like. Hopefully, I can get a good, decent little shot of this. But they made him look really derpy. Which I guess it doesn't matter because when he's in like the diorama thing, you don't really see him anyway. He's just kind of like down in the bushes kind of deal. So I guess that's why they didn't put a whole lot of detail on this guy, but it's really cool. I don't care. I love Metal Gear. It is what it is. I was going to get this regardless. But yeah, that is all of it for this collection. I do have some other pieces in my collection that I would like to show you guys as well. I have to go fetch those. But that is going to be it for the Metal Gear Delta Collector's Edition. So, my take on the game, I have played through it, played a bunch of the side stuff on it, and honestly, it's absolutely genius. It is a true one for one remake. Like, they did not change anything about the story. All the stuff that we love is still in it and still strong. They changed a little bit of the dialogue, some of it just to come up with current times. For those who know, paramedic, when you have conversations with paramedic in the game, she gives you history lessons on movies of that time in that era, and Godzilla was one of those. I thought it was really cool that they kind of did an update dialogue expressing the 40th, believe it was the 40th, can't remember, anniversary of Godzilla, or it was one of the anniversaries, I can't remember, don't quote me on it, but they updated the dialogue for that, which I thought was really, really cool. But that's it. That's the collector's edition for Metal Gear Delta. I wanted to show you guys like 10 days ago, but I'm too stupid to hit record and actually do stuff. But I do have a few other things I do want to show you, to my love for Metal Gear, because I'm a big dork. Another one of the figures that I have that I've had for a pretty long time, he's kind of dusty, kind of terrible looking, is this guy. I really love this like big head kind of cartoony style. The suppressor had fell off the gun. I had moved, and how I packaged it wasn't exactly the best. And when it fell, it kind of went kaputsky. But it is in his cranium somewhere down off in there. And eventually, I may hot glue it back on him. But this, I don't know why this became a thing, but why they did that. But it's pretty good that they did, because I can house that there because I'm too lazy to glue it back on. But I really love this one. And for a while, it used to be on my desk, and I would have like a backlight behind it, and the flames kind of looked like they were actually lighting up. And I always thought that was pretty cool. But this is probably one of my favorite things I have in my collection. I also have the games themselves. I'm not joking. I'm for real about this shit. Obviously, the OG. I have VR missions here. You guys have seen the two, three. I've got two different versions of three, because we discussed artwork earlier. This is the one of the artworks for three, and then there was this one that I showed you guys. So I collect as many variants as humanly possible. I also have the PSP games and all that stuff. Focus camera. But I also have all the PSP games and all that stuff, because I just genuinely love Metal Gear. Like this franchise, it means a lot to me, and it made me so happy and kind of nostalgic, emotionally nostalgic, to see them do justice to three, and I hope they continue to do it with the rest of the franchise. I would love to have a remake of this one deeply, because I have a love for that version of Snake, as well as Sniper Wolf as well. I would love to see all that stuff come to fruition. But yeah, really good situation, man. Like, Metal Gear Delta is probably the best remake I've played in several years, and I am just in love with it. I do have one more other thing to show. Since we discussed the derpy nature of the Snake in the collector's edition that I got, here is another derpy version of Snake. I want to say I got this guy at a game exchange, and he came with a. It's one of like the. It was, I guess it was a Japanese action figure version of an action figure, because all of it was in Japanese. It looked like it was imported, and it come with like a bunch of stuff, a bunch of different like weaponry and different ways you can pose them and stand them and all that stuff. But I really just enjoy how derpy he looks, and I never changed anything about him when he come out of the box. He just kind of looks like this, and it just. And I just wanted to keep him that way because I thought it was funny. But yeah, he's another one that's in my collection that I don't think a lot of people see. And I'm a collector of everything. You guys know, any of you guys that have been following me on Instagram and all that, you know I'm a video game collector. I collect all the odd and unusual and anything and everything I can get my hands on. So yeah, Metal Gear is just one of those things that anytime I see something abstract and just weird, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. But anyway, that's it. That's a good portion of my Metal Gear collection. I still got a lot more, from artwork to books to strategy guides and all that stuff. But we can do a deep dive on that stuff if you would like me to, and let me know down in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. See you.